Hi, Filter here. Would have done a video commemorating Jack Kirby's 100th birthday. Unfortunately, last Saturday I had a bronchial thing happen, and I've been in the hospital ever since. It's kind of interesting when the pain gets really, really bad, they give you some morphine. Well, I'm gonna do this video. I don't know why, but I don't even know why. Not so much as why I'm doing this video. I don't know why I actually bought this comic. But I gotta say this. After buying this, I gotta say to Captain Cummings, Diversity in Comics, I Love Comics, and a host of other people out there whom I can't name right now, I truly, truly get it. See, before I would go to the comic shop, kind of skim through some of this stuff, and I would go, okay, yeah, it seems pretty bad. I'd lay out my opinion on what needs to be done. But then I look at the artwork in here, and it's kind of Hernandez brothers, Love and Rockets, as if they were trying to do superhero stuff, and then there's the henchmen of Madame Mask, who all seem to dress like early Hal Jordan Green Lantern, uh, and the nice words here: splash, bam, punch, kick, thunk, blam, boosh, grab, pow, singe. It's in another page in here. And here's my personal favorite. See that on this panel right here? On this panel, they translated directly was probably on the paper to. All I know is the writing is again substandard. It's uninteresting. It's it's just not fun. I'm Normally I buy a bag for comics and stuff like that. This is a comic book I'm going to give to my girlfriend's niece. She might find a trip out of it. Maybe she'll cut out some paper dolls or something. I don't fucking know. But to all of you guys, like Diversity in Comics, Captain Cummings, I truly get it. I truly get that the milkshake crew needs to be freaking fired. And when I say fired, I'm not saying that they need to be moved on to another job. No, they need to get out of writing altogether. They need to get out of writing altogether. This milkshake crew, they are abomination to everything I know is comics. And perhaps the most egregious thing, I've been holding on to this for a while because this happened when it happened, just when the milkshake thing first started. I'm at my local comic book shop. My local comic book proprietor, he's a big leftist kind of guy. But then I was like, that's a given. Some people like that. I'm not even going to argue with that. But then there was some cat in there who was talking about the whole milkshake thing, make my milkshake. Now we know a guy. See the Beckloff, Captain Cummings, Diversity in Comics were the only guys out of five, 3 out of 5, that made the salty comments. Wasn't all that bad. I believe Beckloff said, yeah, this explains why, because when he showed the picture of them having a milkshake, it said, this explains why the comic seemed like it's written by a bunch of 13-year-old girls. Well, mind you, as this is going on, as I'm in the comic book shop, the guy's talking about the whole milkshake thing. And this guy is, I swear, he's a cucky. Forgive me for getting angry. I should not be getting angry. But it just angers the shit out of me seeing this cucky white knight, far left liberal who doesn't know comics for his life. Like Anita Sarkeesian. She she's the authority on video games when she doesn't play video games. And now I think she's now trying to be the authority on Doctor Who when you know damn let me get off on a tangent here. Anita, don't talk about Doctor Who. I was watching Doctor Who long before your ass was born. So don't give me what the show needs and all this other stuff. I don't give a shit. We know you don't watch Doctor Who. We know you don't play video games. Lord knows you don't read comic books. The same thing with this milkshake crew. You people do not read comics. You don't care about comics. You hate the comics. You can create a new character, as many people have pointed out. You take an existing character, ride on the back of that character by killing that character off by introducing somebody new. Oh well, we don't need the old white guy. Let's put in the queer girl in it. And that's another thing. Okay, I can tell you one thing. I've not met that many lesbians in my life. I've not met that many lesbians in my life. Seriously. I've known maybe over a 25-year period. 25 years. And I've only met three. And even then, when I talk to some of them, they are not automatically talking about, I don't know, just the way things are written in books like Between This. Again, and I'm not even going to get onto the way she's drawn. Actually, I will get onto the way she's drawn because they have the Madame Mask who's pretending to be Hawkeye, and she's actually looking more like Abby from NCIS. Um, they have the character Oddball who's in there robbing this club, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Makes no sense whatsoever why he's doing it in the first place. Okay, I'm just a little. Maybe it's the medication, but it does piss me off. It does piss me off every time when I'm looking at good, solid ideas turned into garbage. It's not even enjoyable. I mean, again, I've seen his diversity in comics review of the Incredible Hulk. You know, Amadeus Cho Hulk. Again, they could have done so much with that character, but everything's reduced to teenage talk. It's like I don't know if you've ever been in a situation. Let me tell you a story. I worked at this one job, and I knew this one guy. I was about 26. No, I was about 29 years old. That's right. I was about 29 years old. No, I was 30. I'm sorry. The meds are really kicking in. I was about 30 years old, and the guy that I knew, he was at least a year or two older than I was. Fine, but this is where it gets kind of interesting. This guy had the mentality of a 17-year-old, where jokes were constantly being played at my expense, sadly. And it was like, you know what? Come on, this is getting old, man. You're an adult. You're not supposed to be acting like this. 17-year-olds act like this. But this was his mindset. He just kept going on and on. He would just keep doing the same garbage. He eventually got me fired. But the only upswing is about what happened to him. He wound up going to jail because he's one of these guys who thinks, you know, when you're 17, you can run around, steal, rob, do all types of other crap. And he can be still fast, you know. But that's another story. But that's what I see in these comics now. It's this weird forever, not even forever 21, they're forever 17. I mean, how many times do we need to see somebody act like a 17-year-old? And that's what this milkshake crew is. They're a bunch of 17-year-olds in adult bodies. Uh, yeah. Oh man, the characters are just so lame. And yet, you know what? Maybe it's going to take a folding of Marvel at some point. Maybe Disney is going to possibly cut their losses. Maybe somebody's going to, but you know what? The maybes aren't cutting it. You know, we're hoping for a hero to ride in to put an end to the slow death of Marvel Comics, but it's not going to happen. Marvel Comics is going to die. It's dying now. It will die, and the lasting effects will it'll go this way. All these people from the milkshake crew, nothing will happen to them. They will go about their lives like there's no tomorrow, unless somebody says, you know what? Wait a minute, you work for this company and it's defunct because the sales are down. But we know that's not what it's going to go to. We know for a fact that let's be honest, that milkshake crew, they all want to work for the Guardian, they all want to work for Salon, they all want to work for the Huffington Post, they all want to probably do write things for Seth Meyers on the late night shows, maybe even work for Samantha Bee, maybe even have their own talk show, where they get to espouse their views of virtue signaling and just childish writing. Okay, this is my rant here. I need to get some stuff off my chest because it's been one hell of a long week. I mean, if you've ever spent a week in a hospital and they give you bland food, you'd be kind of salty right now. Nonetheless, I'm Filter. I hope y'all are having a good one. I'm out.